off the hook and you don't really want none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools. My feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
He's checking. Crash. Check 13. Check 3. Check nickel. Check 3.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Back.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Doxson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
Come on, middle. 53, ready.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. He's at the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And the Lions first down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Jet bombers. And middle. Check it back. Stay 50. 80 weapons. Hey, seam 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Stafford on 1st down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Thompson. And he lost the football and avoids the contact by sliding.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now, it's Thompson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Double up. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, down. 51.
Now it's Haskins. He's got his man. This is Dyson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, hey. Alert!
To throw is Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Check pass. Hey, Wood.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Tight dog.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They run. Peterson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Ready. 18 Gator. Home train. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 78 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Red. 56. Mike's 56. I'm coming.
Throwing again. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to throw, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On first down, it's Stafford. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Amendola, the intended receiver, 3rd down here.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Again, it's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And some space here. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Stafford. He's got Anderson right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Haskins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I smell fear in that offense.
Haskins will throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Again, it's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 1-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And look like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Easy alert.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Again, Peterson. A nice little juke. A little second effort there on this strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw, Haskins. This is caught. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. A toss play. This is Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Haskins now off the bootleg. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Easy, easy. 56.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Monday.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From midfield now, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now Haskins. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On play action, Haskins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, watch it. Kill.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rashaan Melvin. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
You got tight right there. 56, Mike, 56, right? Big 20. 56. Hey. Watch the pass. Watch the twist. Hey, 22. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0.
Check 99. 59.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
40 got.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
You got it. At the 34-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They run again with Peterson. Fights him off. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Haskins. On the crossing route, complete. That's Davis. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Vernon Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on deep?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Double right.
Stafford looks to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ready. 180. Hey, middle. No. Off. Check 43. Recon, 132 fighter.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peterson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come get it. Watch out. Check.
They'll run with Geis. Fights loose. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? Don't take. Spell.
They go with Thompson again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Bang, 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 bang. Check strong. Come on. Check. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Check pass, check pass.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8, eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then...
So for Washington, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for